gave them information of why, homes don't sell. So bad pictures on his part.
Okay, there's one. I mean, that's real. What are four things that sell a house? You guys remember this?
Um, Location, right?
Okay. All
Um,
right, let's answer this. Can you change the location?
nope.
So okay, so that's not a factor here. What's the second piece?
Condition,
Condition. Okay, it's a new house. There probably shouldn't be anything wrong with it, right?
right.
Not so that's not a piece. Third thing.
Price,
Okay.
and
Price
then
is usually the fourth thing.
oh,
What's
mark.
that third? Marketing,
Yeah.
right? If the first two are pretty resolute and set, and we're not getting traction, we look at marketing first and then the price.
Mm, okay.
Could you guys sell something that's overpriced if you have the right marketing?
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely. Can we sell something that's not marketed well if we have a good price?
Yep.
Yeah. They kind of play together. But we look in that order. Let's start with location. We really can't change many locations, and most houses don't have wheels. But then we look at location, we move to condition, right? If it's a shitty ass location, we price it accordingly. If we
Hmm.
look at condition, you know, it can be fixed, it can be updated. Like I just got this is the feedback I got on a listing walkthrough yesterday. It just said there was a smell, something underneath that smell.
Hey,
I can't really describe it. It wasn't the air freshener, it was something under the air freshener, like a muskiness. Okay, so we need to get that taken care of. That's a condition item that can be resolved without doing a price adjustment. And it's the second time we've gotten that feedback. So now we know we have a condition issue, right? Location, another issue with the location is they said they want a 3 bedroom, but it was up against a busy road. Um, if you sold houses in Dove Mountain at the end of Dove Mountain and Del Webb, that's not a busy road. They
Yes.
get like 6 cars an hour. However, people like to be critical, but that's a location thing. Okay, can I change the location?
No, you can't. Mm-mm. So going to that new build, you go through a lot of mobile home situation, and then you come up on the nice neighborhood. So it's not the best, but the neighborhood it's got a lot of new builds in there.
Yeah, so we look at all those factors and go, okay, conditions good, locations good, or conditions bad, locations bad, price needs to reflect for that marketing aspect. Where do 98%, maybe 99%
Daisy,
of people start looking at houses?
go.
The
Yeah, Daisy, go.
internet.
Sorry.
The
Dog's being an
internet.
idiot.
It's okay. So am I. Happens. Right? The internet. People look online. Where do most relationships start, right? On the internet. We want to put good pictures out there to grab interest. The olden days of people driving by houses is gone. People don't jump in their car and drive around neighborhoods. They jump on the internet and click through some things. And people are like, well, I'm not getting very many showings. Well, most of the time that because they don't like your house online.
Mhm.
If I'm not getting what I'm looking for online, well, we need to change something. It's either it's marketing or price. Because we can't change the location. Hell, they haven't seen it. We can't change a condition. They haven't seen it. Can you market a house that's really ugly and get it to sell online? Anyone ever been to a house where the photos made the house look amazing online? You get there in person, you're like, this is dog water.
Yep.
You're all this is probably the worst house I've ever walked through. But that's because you did good marketing. That's your job is to present the house in a highlight so that people get interested and come see it. So you're right, Audra. Could be the pictures. Could be the description. Could be the order of the pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got 52 pictures online, and the first 48 of them are outside.
Yeah.
You got a
And
picture of the inside of the closet, the left corner of the closet, and then you got a picture of the garage.
they all look dark.
And they all are dark and terrible. That's the thing. So good pictures, they matter. All right, Spamuel, let's hear from you. What's going on in the real estate financing world? What can we expect? What can we see? What are the benefits? And why would somebody want to buy a house today?
Yeah, I just was teaching or not teaching classes, did a panel yesterday. And we were talking about this, like, how to find the deals in real estate. And if you look at trends, like I really think the people that buy between now and President's Day of this next year are going to capture another market like we experienced after COVID. It's just, if you look at buyer data, like repressed buyer data, so people that could be in the market that are choosing not to be in the market, they're waiting for something, where rates are coming down, and the fact that most listings right now are selling under list price, right? There's like massive deals to be had for in the for a buyer right now. So after that February 28th, usually when the market starts picking up in the spring, I think we're going to see another run, and we'll see values kind of not skyrocket, I don't think, but certainly create more of a bidding war environment. We haven't had a balanced market nationally in years, and we have like the most balanced market I've seen in probably 7 years right now. So yeah, I think for buyers, like this is the optimal time to buy. Rates have been trending down. They're going to continue coming down, and housing prices have not skyrocketed because of that. So you kind of have like this perfect storm for buyers where everyone was anticipating when rates came down by a percentage, we'd have 5 million new buyers into the market, but that's not happening. I think that there's a lot of obviously economic and global sort of uncertainty that's keeping people away from making that huge decision. So the ones that are able to look past, the noise and see the forest of the trees and buy right now are going to capture a huge amount of equity in the next few years.
Okay. So
That's just my hot take, though. I don't know.
so
What do I know?
So according to what you're saying, I should advise, from my point of view, the seller that he should wait 6 months from now.
No.
Right now, house prices are coming down and the buyers are buying low right now.
So that's tough. For a buyer, now's the time to buy because I think that the people that buy a year from now that could buy today are going to regret it because of the lack of captured equity. But for a seller, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to advise on that. Dan
Well,
says no.
here's the thing, right? We're talking with seller December 2019. And they're thinking, you know what? Should we put our house on the market now or should we wait 6 months? The advice in 2019 would be like, you know what? Put the house on the market. You never know. During this time of year, there's not a whole lot of traffic. We get a lot of listings that come on the market January 1st. So if we want to beat that wave, come on the market before January 1st.
Mhm.
4 months later, the thing is, you had that 6 month thing. In 6 months, what changed? COVID, and then everything changed.
Yeah.
Do we know what's going to happen 6 months from now? No.
That's
But what I can give you is a best and worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, the house doesn't sell. We're on the market in 6 months anyways. We take it off, we relist it, we reposition it, we get it sold. Best case scenario is it sells right now. You're able to take whatever equity you've unlocked and put it into the next endeavor and continue making more and more money. That's when it comes to seller sides of things, you have to pare it down to why they're selling.
Uh-huh.
It's not just logical. And yes, I know he's an investor and he builds new houses. He has all these things, but we look at those and we go, okay, Mr. Seller, what is your goal? What are you going to do with the money? Oh, I'm going to reinvest it into something else. Okay, fantastic. If you buy in this market and you sell in this market, it's the same freaking thing. But if you buy in this market and you sell 6 months later, we don't know what's going to happen. I can tell you what's happening now, and I can tell you what happened yesterday. I cannot tell you what's going to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
If I had a crystal ball, I wouldn't be in this business.
Right.
I would have a very cool car, and I would sit at my house and I'd give very expensive business advice.
Audra, do they have other homes comparable to that are moving?
Yeah, yeah, and that's what he's saying. He's saying, why isn't this one? I don't get it. I have all these other ones that I built, but this one is just sitting. That's he's pretty tough.
So Dan asked a really important question. What is he doing with the money? Like, is
Yeah.
he cashing out? Is he done, or is he going to reinvest this back into more builds?
He said the money is not an issue with him because he's been in the business for so long. That's just another house that
Right,
he's,
but
I guess he's gonna put it back in his investments.
okay, so he'd be essentially or potentially acquiring more real estate once he sells these and rinse and repeat, build some more houses.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so then at that point, it really just comes down to marketing, right?
Mhm.
It market it better so it sells. But whether he sells it today and buys another one today, or he sells it in 6 months and buys another one in 6 months, it's kind of a moot point because he might, sell at a loss right now, a loss, but he's
Mhm.
also going to buy at a loss, or wait and sell at a premium, but he's also going to buy at a premium. So it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. It just, if it's not selling, it needs marketing.
Okay. So it'd be actually his decision, but I can give him the advice that, if you sell today, homes are selling at lower price, but if you sell in 6 months, you may sell for a higher price. But he already knows this. He told me, he knows that price is gonna go up higher and homes appreciate. So he's explaining all this stuff to me, and I'm like, good, you know it already. So
But to Sam's point, on the flip side, if he's turning around and reinvesting that, I mean, it could essentially be a wash,
Yeah.
right?
And we
Because if he
don't,
knows price is gonna go up, and he's only thinking about it from the sales side, which he shouldn't be, and he may not be. Okay, exactly. Prices are gonna go up. So if you're gonna turn around and reinvest it and buy something, like, so then it's really just up to him. How much longer do you want to wait?
mhm.
another consideration is, we all pay taxes and we have to follow a calendar year to report our earnings and or losses. So that would be something to find out, like, hey, what's the motivation behind selling this one either before December 31st or after? Is there some benefit one way or the other? I think the best thing that we can do as professionals, and this kind of goes across any sort of situation, the best thing we can do as professionals is ask really good questions until we understand the situation intimately. Because if you understand the situation in totality, you can advise. But without understanding it, it's tough to be able to know how to navigate, right? So I ask a relentless amount of questions with my clients. But it allows me to kind of see the whole thing and turn it over and turn it over until I'm like, okay, well, here's the solution right here. Sometimes just talking through things and being asked good questions will allow us to find that ourselves. But yeah, just
That's
ask.
that's one of the most impactful things you can do in your business is ask more questions. And
Yeah.
sometimes I find real estate and sales professionals are reluctant to dive deeper in question asking because they want to not be intrusive.
Mhm.
Um, it's really easy to make the right decision when you have all the facts.
Mhm.
Most people are more fearful to make the wrong decision, so they don't do anything at all. And now you have indecision. But if we can ask questions, we can find out, like Sam said, the bigger picture. We can look at the whole scope of what's happening. It gives us a 100% clear view on the target goal. Then we could provide insight and perspective to help the people that we're working with make a decision or not live in this middle ground.
Okay. So yeah,
Sometimes it's just a little perspective, like, yep, your photos suck, and that's probably why it didn't sell.
yeah.
Or your photos suck, it's overpriced, it smells like rotten zombie cats in here. Let's get it changed.
He said he normally likes to sell around this time because that's when all the snowbirds come in.
October to November is the great migration back to Southern Arizona. It's all the people that are coming back into town from cooler company. And that's absolutely true. You're going to have an increase in the market in Tucson and Sierra Vista and heck, definitely in Green Valley.
Mhm.
So ask some questions, find out what are you looking to accomplish, and then we can even solve that on the financing side of things. Is maybe he wants to, offer some bought down rate or a situation where he talks to Sam and says, "Okay, Sam, I'm willing to pre-buy a market rate on this house if they close in the next 90 days. What's that going to cost me?" Then we get to market the home just like a new build, right? 4.99% APR if you close by December 31st. See Sam for details, right? Call this number for details. And then that's a marketing opportunity that will increase online visibility. It'll increase the message you're having to it. It'll also increase the amount of potential buyer traffic you get from that listing. A great listing should get you how many pieces of business?
Oh, okay.
You're going to sell that house. You're going to sell the seller a new house, and you're going to pick up a buyer from that house. 3 pieces of business from every listing. Or Lydia was probably thinking, well, I already have a listing. I'm going to get 2 more pieces of business. I knew what Lydia was going with, but it's 3 total. Because we have to sell the house first. Getting the listing is only about 30% of it. Maybe even 20%. But there's an opportunity to do more, so let's go out there and do more. All right, other questions, conversations, situations that Sam can help you guys with? Silence.
Julie
I
on
like
this
it.
today? There she is. Julie sent me a pretty cool, I'm not going to go into the details because it's her deal, but it's been a really cool investment opportunity the other day. And I'm just going to send out this sort of invitation to all of you. I buy real estate and I love buying real estate. And if there is a good deal or some way to make a good deal out of buying real estate, I'm always open. So if you come across something that you either want to partner on or you just want to make like an assignment fee or something like that, always let me know. And if it makes sense for me, I will buy it. So if you need business, go find Samson Properties.
Yeah, there you go. A little quick cash in your pocket. Go sell something to Sam. If you guys don't have it, Sam's cell phone number is in the chat. That does go directly to his pocket. Yes, he will butt dial you from time to time. It's okay. It's interesting conversations with those little ones. But just going back to what Sam says is you can find deals, you can create deals, or you can partner on deals to create some long-term wealth. Great conversation today, Audra. Thanks for bringing that up. But let's go back to the recap.
Nice job, Audra.
Yeah, good job on that. Is sellers right now are worried because things aren't selling. Are we in a position where we're having these tough conversations every day? Why is my house not selling? Well, here's the thing. Let's be proactive. Let's talk to the sellers first. Let's get on the phone and say, hey, why do you think your house isn't selling? Right? My seller this morning that I gave her the feedback about the carpets, do you think she came back and fired back and saying, oh my God, they're terrible buyers. They should just know better. The carpet's perfect. No, I've been telling her for months what's going on with her house, and I give her feedback every time we get a showing. So she is well informed on it. So here's the message thread. Dan, I think we should put new carpet in. Or do you think shampoo and a cleaner? I was like, probably new carpet because of the condition. I don't think a cleaning would resolve that because the carpet is old and it's got traffic patterns. Okay, I'm going to go to Lowe's right now and pick out the carpet and then call the installer online and see when they can do it. That all happened since this call has been on. That is when you have good feedback, a good seller that wants to sell. You're telling them,
Yeah.
If you're not communicating, who are they going to blame?
I think it just depends on the seller because I have that situations and my sellers love their different tile floors.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the condition. They may love it, but what's the feedback?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing is we have to be a neutral deliverer of that conditional criticism. I don't care one way or the other. It's not my house. I'm not buying it. I'm not living in it unless I am buying it and living in it. But in most cases, it's just a seller that I'm dealing with. I'm representing the seller. I'm protecting the seller's best interest. I'm getting the house marketed. I'm showing it to as many people as possible. But the feedback is, I hate the floors. Okay, well, I can't do anything about the floors because I don't own the house. But I can go to the seller and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, this is the 7th client that's come through and said they don't like the floors. They love everything else, but they don't like the floors. So let's go back to the 4 pillars of why a house sells: location, condition, marketing, and price. Can't really change the location. But if the condition is a floor, well, the condition's not a good thing. The condition just become physically what's there. Can we change the floor out? Yeah. Can we give them a credit? Yeah. Most sellers want to give a credit in lieu of doing the work themselves. But how many people are going to want to rip up 6 different tile floors to put all down new ones when they buy a house? Unless it's priced egregiously low to make that incentive, no one's going to do it. So you're right, Jess. You're absolutely correct. It does depend on the seller, and some sellers are a little less agreeable when it comes to selling a house because they're going to think somebody's going to come in and buy it because I came in and bought it. Well, you're a unique individual.
Yeah,
So, any
everyone
other
has
thoughts?
their
Mhm.
own reasons for buying.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Like, I'm sure someone hates my house and I love it. I'm sure someone does, but you want to know something? If I go to sell it and I get feedback that says, I absolutely hate this and that's the common feedback I've gotten from every person that's come through, I'm going to change something.
Mhm.
So, all right, guys. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before we kick out of here?
I'll see you in 15.
I'll see you and soon. Oh,
Wait, did Eric get his offer accepted?
he
I
did.
did. I did.
Good job, Eric.
And they're paying. So we went in $25,000 below asking. We went $25,000 below asking with buyers paying home inspections. They didn't counter no nothing. And we're only going to fix what the VA requires. My client was okay with that and they accepted it. No counter, no nothing.
Nice.
Didn't move that bad.
Oh, you're fine.
That's
I mean,
good.
it doesn't mean that we can't ask for repairs during the Binzer period anyways.
Yeah.
Not that I haven't done that a bunch of times, so
That chuckle, that evil laugh.
hey,
I love it.
there is no evil in me. Just
No.
confiligrated good. There you go. Again, guys, Sam's number's in the chat, 206-853-4447. Give him a call, give him a ring, give him a text, all the stuff that you need to be more successful. Hey, Jess. So
Big Dan, I'm sorry. What was that saying that you said about the hog and the pig?
pigs
pig.
get fat.
Huh?
Pigs get fat,
Okay.
which is a good thing, right? You want a fat pig.
Uh-huh.
But when pigs get too fat, they become hogs. And what happens to hogs?
Turn into bacon.
You get
Okay.
slaughtered. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. It's a term of take your unfair share, but stop before you get realized and taken advantage.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay.
Ooh, you're the biggest piggy on the farm. Time to eat.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Bacon's a good thing. So
Bacon is amazing.
bacon is amazing. Hey, Sam, how's your deal across the street going?
Good. Yeah, so we close on Tuesday and then construction starts. Pretty
Very
excited.
cool.
I already got all the projects lined out for the boys, so they're both gonna make right around $1,000 a piece, which as a 6 and a 10-year-old, that's a lot of freaking money.
That's a lot of Robux, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, they won't be spending on
That would be my thing. Is I would put the caveat: you are not allowed to buy anything other than digital currency or other assets. You're not allowed to purchase fucking fake
Yeah.
big game money.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, there will not be any of that. They asked me that, or Emmett did, if he could buy a skin for his character on
Nope.
some game. And I was like, no,
Nope,
no.
absolutely not. Absolutely. We come from the generation of no DLCs. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
get out of here with the nonsense, guys. Thank you for being part of my mornings.
Interesting.
Have a great.
Likewise.
Bye, guys.
Shoo.